Hello everyone, how are you? Here to let you know what happened on LA Brea episode 4. Let me know below on the comment section what you thought of this episode. If you liked it a lot, I was a fan of it. Except for one thing, I'll get to that. Above the sinkhole, Gavin and Izzy are talking. They think that Levi's still dead. He didn't survive the plane crash into the sinkhole. Then Gavin has the vision of seeing Levi reunite with Eve and Joss. So he goes to the government's office where the two agents are there. But Agent Nathan, the female agent's gone AWOL. She's not there. And Agent Marcus is basically in charge. And Gavin tells him, Levi's alive. I've seen the vision of it. But Marcus tells him, well, too bad. The government's not going to mount a rescue mission. Because apparently when Levi went down to the sinkhole, it caused a minor earthquake. So he said the government and the president and all that is not going to do nothing to them. Help the survivors. As far as everybody knows, there's nobody alive down there. The government's done trying to do something. So as Gavin leaves, he steals a file from Agent Nathan's office. He's going for the file with Izzy back home, and they find a picture of Nathan with this mystery woman. And it says number 4. So they gather there's been 4 sinkhole accidents. Not 2, but 2 more. They track the mystery woman down. She lives on the ranch. They get there. Sure enough, that's where Nathan is, that agent. She says, I know the government's not going to mount any more rescue missions. She said, I'm going off the grid. I want to rescue. There's still a reason why she wants a rescue mission down there. I still say she lost a loved one. And that other sinkhole that happened, that one in the desert. The mystery woman, come find out she's the one that builds these airplanes for the government. And that knows how to make them work in that. And she's improved this one so it shouldn't have no same accident that happened to Levi's. Because Levi's was an older model. This one's a new one. But she looks at Gavin and says, you got to fly it. You're the only pilot we're going to have. So that's what happens there. Now down to the sinkhole. Everybody at camp sees the plane fly over. So Eve, Josh, Riley, because Sam can't go, so he still got her back. Scott, Lucas, only reason why Lucas is going is because he wants to get away from his mom, the cop, and also he wants to know who the hell stole his stash of drugs, which he now knows is gone, and Scott seen him looking for us, so Scott's like, oh great, this guy's coming with us. They track it through the wood, the clearing, the woods, the trees. They find Levi. He's barely banged up. He just got a gash on one of his arms. So Riley patches him up best she can. They go looking for the airplane. Levi gives Eve back the wedding ring. That's what Gavin gave her last episode. We didn't see what it was. Now we know what it was. It was the ring on a necklace. She says, how did you find this? I lost this. She said, and Gavin says, yes, but we're stuck in the past. She said, oh, I said, yeah, I know, it's freaky. We're 10,000 years in the past. He said, your husband found it above, and he said, your husband's visions are accurate, they're true. So now Eve feels bad for basically leaving her husband and basically going with Levi, because they had a thing going. I still say that's who she hooked up with in Los Angeles there that morning. Even though she said she was meeting somebody else, you could tell the way they're looking that either she was seeing someone else or she was seeing him. Anyways, they find the plane, but before they do, a big giant snake attacks Riley in the water that they're crossing and almost kills her, but Levi shoots it with his handgun and it kills the snake and frees her. The plane won't take off. One engine's blown, but he still can't fly it with what happened to it. He says some of the instruments and gadgets are fried. Electrical equipment's down. The radio's dead. The only thing working on this thing is the Holman beacon radar system. And suddenly that pings on something, and it's 5 miles east from there. So it picked up something in the woods, in the landscape. So they take the 3 crates of ration food, that like army packages and that, and they go to find out what is causing that signal to go off on the radar. They come across this homemade shelter. It's made from rocks, straws, house is built. There's a big walk wall, an archway out of stone, and it looks abandoned. So Scott, he predicts that it's probably a tribe because it's 10,000 years ago. There's been caveman and all that. But he said this is pretty far advanced for those kind of tribes back in that time period. So they go to investigate to see what's caused the sinkhole. And they don't see it, but above the archway it shows that handprint. So there's still something going on with that handprint. Now, finally, back to camp. Everybody else at camp is trying to do stuff to keep himself busy. The two guys, the one guy was eating grass, and his friend, they're starting to get that car still going. And Sam says, you guys just got to give this up. It ain't going to start. But they're still trying. Ty and this other guy, Eddie, shows up. And they have rabbits. Eddie goes into the woods to clean them. Got them and all that. And something kills them in the woods. And then they go to camp. Veronica and Lily, they're the two sisters. Lily's the one that everybody has to know that she can't speak. She's mute. And Lily tells her sister, why do I have to pretend I can't speak no more? Dad's dead. Nobody else down here knows it. And Veronica slaps her hard across the face and says, you know damn well why you can't speak. You'll get us in trouble. So I still don't know why Lily has to pretend she can't speak. So anyways, Lily takes off into the woods crying, upset. She comes across Eddie's dead body, and then something spooks her in the woods, and she screams. Veronica, of course, is the one that gets there first. Tells her to shut up because people are coming. Then Ty, Sam, the cop, and the traffic cop show up, and there's other guy with glasses. And they examine the body. They tell the guy with the glasses, go back to camp. Don't say what happened yet. Sam examines the body, and his guess is something. He got hit with something electrical, like a bolt lightning or something. Fried him. That's why all the red veins over his body. And Ty's like, well, that's kind of impossible because if there was a thunderstorm, lightning storm, we would have seen it. So Ty goes to question Lily, sorry, there, if she's seen anything. And Veronica says it's a waste of time because she can't speak. Lily finally stands up to her sister and speaks. And that's going to cause a lot of tension between her and her sister now. And she says she found Eddie's body, but there was an old guy there. And then it shows the old guy watching them in the trees. In the woods and that. And it's the same old guy you seen back in episode 1 with the poncho with the red handprint. So that's intriguing. Now, next week's episode, they showed clips. It shows Joss, Levi, Eve, Lucas, Scott, Riley going through that fort they found, and it's not abandoned. People start attacking them. And it shows that I don't think it's the same old guy. I think it's a different old guy. But it shows him. Now, I think it's not a tribe. I think it's other survivors from the 3 previous sinkholes. And they've been living down there for years now. What do you think below? Do you think that's a tribe of people way back 10,000 BC? Or do you think it's survivors from the other sinkholes? Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.